Homeland Security, DHS. Now then that, they don't talk say they want deport some Ambazonian them again. Donald Trump, he say he want deport more Ambazonians and some Cameroonese back to the colonial state. Now way American Congress, they jerk their hand for up. They said objection. American Congress say objection, Donald Trump. Objection. Now way they go write big letter for Oga Nagitibo. American Congress, he write urgent letter. He send them for Oga Nagitibo office. He said, Mr. Nagitibo, this one a Congress for United States of America. Would he write you this letter for very critical time? We don't hear say your department. When are you the leader? We they under you. When I want deport some Ambazonians and some Cameroonese, we all them they join and call and say Cameroonians. When I want deport them, would you write this letter, Oga Nagitibo, for your office, for call your attention, say, Cameroon, right now, not been a country where you go deport a person where they run the country. Cameroon right now, palava we did the human right abuse. You not fit deport those people. Cameroon no fine. Because for October, we hear say we deport some Cameroonians and some Ambazonians. And we hear say they don't disappear them. We hear say that people, no man, no place where they day. So we want to call your attention for put an immediate stop for that plane we're supposed to leave tomorrow. So Congress, they call Oga Nagitibo. Make it tell the people for Department of Homeland Security. Say all the people they're supposed to deport them. All the Ambazonians and the Cameroonese. Where they put them all together, call them say Cameroonians. They say make the stop for deport them. The United States Congress, they don't put an objection. Say make the US government not deport any person. Because the US State Department says it don't put a lot of evidence for plenty years them. For talk say the human right abuse for Cameroon is too much. Any person with the deportee, they either kill it, they make it disappear, they go torture it, or they put it for prison. Or they put it for prison, they torture it, and then they finally execute it. Now they ask Oga Nagitibo, say, no be na you don't make this presentation. You talk saying that the thing in this way that they go on for Cameroon. So why during this time, where you see say, poor BI government, the palaver really too much, why would I want to carry these people, send them back for fire? Now where the United States Congress erase objection for Oga Nagitibo. They tell Nagitibo, they say Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and all international organizations, they don't talk say Cameroon, now one of the country them, where it practice torture, it practice execution, it practice disappearance of people. So the United States, when I stand for protect human rights, enough it be again at the same country where they violate human rights. The United States, we don't stand for protect the people of Cameroon and Ambazonians, refugees and asylum seekers. Enough it turn again for take those same people, send them for place where for the same country where those people they run from. Now they tell Oga Nagitibo, say Oga Nagitibo, make you act very fast for stop that plane for make sure say tomorrow make that flight not take off. and make you stop any other plan with Donald Trump administration. It be get them for deport people them to Cameroon. They say we stop them. We put everything on hold until the Congress it review the process for make sure say these people they get a chance for make sure say they feel safe for America and they hear them properly before any other decision they take them. This one now really good news this for our people they're supposed to deport them tomorrow. Now really good news this. Really good news from the U.S. Congress Foreign Relations Committee. Now really good news. This work it come now because of this mami where they call it say Karen Bass. Now he woke up, he call a committee people them together. They write this urgent letter. So for all we know in the state of America, when I send Mama Karen Bass, when I go for Twitter, when I go thank Mama Karen Bass for picking up this matter and for treat them with a lot of seriousness with this matter, it require them because they don't save people them where they supposed to go die. It don't save the lives of people them where they supposed to go face torture. It don't save the lives of people them where maybe they're supposed to disappear them. So when I send Mama Karen Bass, now he be the chair for the foreign relations committee for U.S. Congress. Another person, now Oga Cedric Richmond, he too put his signature for day, and then with Congressman Castro, and then with another Congressman Ilhan Omar. Now these four people them for that foreign relations committee. Now then they quickly put this letter together and they fire them. They send them urgent for Oga Nagitibo office. Say make Oga Nagitibo act with the letter as quickly as possible. And then they talk say not finish so it not end for day. They say when Oga Nagitibo don't take that decision, make Oga Nagitibo it can't inform them. Una di here? Una see country? When Oga Nagitibo, it don't put a stop for the flight. Make Oga Nagitibo make sure say he can't inform the Congress. Say he don't do as the Congress, he don't instruct them. Congress are the power of a country that we get institutions where they keep check and balances. When people that they go off other institutions and for the country, that they hold them into accountability. Today, they don't hold Oga Nagitibo with the Department of Homeland Security to account. And the work that, and the good news that we come out for that side for America. So we want to thank the people of the Foreign Relations Committee. We want to thank them plenty for this intervention, for stop this deportation of Ambazonians and Cameroonese. Better not deport them back into fire, back into their death sentence. Make them not deport them. So we want to thank them plenty. Now the one that we come up for that side for America. Now, make I bring una the one way it come up for that side for La Republique du Cameroon. And then I go tell una, I go take una go for the action where it come for where it take place for ground zero. Last week, when the Governing Council of Ambazonia, the leadership of the Governing Council of Ambazonia, they done the work for launch Liberation TV for the Ambazonian people. For launch a TV, for educate, for inspire, for give hope, for our people then for ground zero. So the moment La République du Cameroon, he realized and say, the Governing Council of Ambazonia, he don't launch a Liberation TV, where it go be a revolutionary TV, for empower and encourage and build confidence and hope for the Ambazonian people then, for make ground zero, make it be strong, for unite our people then. The moment La République du Cameroon knows that they don't create a truly Liberation TV for inspire the people of Ambazonia, for educate our people them, for give our people hope and confidence. La Republic du Cameroon government start shake. He say, oh, that people them they strong, oh. Then they like for do things straight. Then they like for educate a lot. They know we can't begin to play with people. They are do conny. That AGOFC and ADF people them they be strong. Now when La Republic start shake, they go hold meeting. That's so they go hold meeting for night. They say this one way that Ayaba and the governing council with the people them for ADF. This one way they don't create that TV. Let me say this war for ground zero go and change. Let me say this it go can't change because that people they so they know how for inspire people them all. They go make that all man for ground zero. It go strong. They go make people them for ground zero. They no go feel brainwash them anymore. What propaganda know the work all this were jama. It go fail. So these people they come out for night. They go call meeting. This meeting na Fame Dongo. This man where they call Professor Jacques Fame Dongo. When I be Minister of Higher Education. He go call meeting for night. He say Wahala don't come. Now ground zero go stand strong. They no one make ground zero stand strong. They want make ground zero be divided. They want make people for ground zero. May they not begin to listen to diaspora. Because if they start for listen, if they listen, they get better education. Thing will go enter for their head and it makes sense. If they start for listen for better wisdom and strategy, then Ambazonia they go resist La Republique. La Republique go lost the war. Now we friend don't go talk say no, they nothing make that one happen. So now we friend don't go talk say okay, what you need for do na say CRU TV not be strong enough. They need for create power off. They need for create a new television. We go be na a television for spread hate. Na a television for push the French people them. May they toss, may they kill the Ambazonians. For push the way La Republic war. For create a television. We go be na the one way na for against the Ambazonian people them. For put wickedness inside the system. Yes. So now they can create now this Fame Dongo. They can create new television. That television that they call and say B News 1 TV. B News 1 TV. Now the new television that way they don't create them for La Republique du Cameroon. And that television now for fight Ambazonia. Now for promote the ethnic cleansing, the genocide for the military. It go be in a place where poor be the user for push their military agenda. So they don't go create now this television now. Now who they put them for be the director for this television? Una know him. Now in this. I put this one for corner. Now in this, now Oga Fame Dongo, that man, una know he. Now in that, now he create a television, oh. Not be the Minister of Communication anymore. Now their own Minister of Higher Education. Now in that, they call it Fame Dongo. Now in that, una see his face. His face they like die. Now in that, now I don't talk say they must finish Ambazonia then. Now he face they like when you see his face, he did like die. So now he don't go create this television for on behalf of the colonial government. So they don't take now this man where they call it say NS Obama. We all wanna know he. Wanna know who be NS Obama. NS Obama. Now this person will be there for Vision 4 television. Now NS Obama, they don't carry him. They go put him the director for the new TV. Will La Republic don't create them for fight Ambazonian people them. For kill Ambazonians. Una sabi na this NS Obama. Na he be the person where he talks to make La Republic military. Make they use acid. They finish all man from Ambazonia. Now this NS Obama. Now he be talk say make La Republic military. They burn all the villages. They burn all the towns. Make them make sure say by the time they want come back, make them not live, make no human being, stay alive in Ambazonia. Now this NS Obama. Now he be the push that agenda for Vision 4 TV. Now he be the push the hate. Now the people then this. Where the people the way they want this war. Where they don't take them. They turn up for their business. Fame don't go. They don't take this war. They turn up for their business or make money. Make the war continue. So that then they go to steal plenty money through the army, through all team. Now NS Obama, Fame don't go don't carry. I'm going to make him the director for the new TV. We be now on a TV for chakara, for talk, for preach hate. For talk say they say the citizens of La Republique du Cameroon. May they kill Ambazonia and them. May they kill our refugees them where they don't go hide for their own country. May they kill our people them. Say any Ambazonia they see for La Republique, may they kill her. Now in that, now then that they don't go make them. Because why? Because the governing council of Ambazonia, or because the colonial state, now say the war, it can take a different level. They don't shake, go create their own TV. The fear of AGOVC and the fear of ADF. Now I don't cause these people and so for to do these things. Because they know now they say, we go truly educate our people then. We go truly inspire our people then. We go truly tell our people why we need for resist La Republique. Why we need for become more defiance. They know now they say, we go to inspire our people then. They know say we not just we not just create a TV. Now just for go there, just go begin to talk small politics. They know say go be not truly a revolutionary TV. They know say go be not truly a liberation TV. We go be now for make our people them become stronger, for become more determined, for become more committed, for become more organized. All because of the fear of the governing council of Ambazonia new ACN TV. Now don't make La Republique now don't shake. The small. We want to tell them say the Ambazonian people don't rise. And this TV, not truly a liberation TV, a revolutionary TV. Now for here, we're going to give revolutionary education. We're going to give liberation education. Now for here, we're going to promote our mami them. Now for here, we're going to teach our people them how to do better farming. Now for here, we're going to teach our people them how to build business. Now for here, we're going to teach our soldier them better fighting. Now a truly national, now a Ambazonia nationalism TV for promote Ambazonia culture, for promote our system of education, for promote our legal system, for promote the various states, for give what elevate what people them. Now the TV this way go be now the voice of Ambazonia. We were picking them for ground zero. They go make news for what did happen for quarter. The Senate will play for air. For all the 13 states, people them they go the report. What did happen for Manfe? Right from Manfe. What did happen for Kumba? Right from Kumba. What did happen for Bamenda? Right from Bamenda. What did happen for Kumbo? They will report them and then we take them. We play them for here. Or we go the play our culture, promote our economy, promote our way of life, promote our nationalism. La République, the small. So, make the know say, they say, for place where we don't reach and how far we don't come, we just now for start, we only move now forward, 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 forward. This TV, it go be now the voice for the fighters. Of all the soldiers that they fight for ground zero, this TV, now the TV for una voice. Now for we can promote what you wanna do. We will come, we use this TV for mobilize for una. This TV now for our picking them, for promote our community schools. Yes, now for our community schools for promote our community schools. This TV now for the lawyers, for can make arguments about the case for Ambazonia. This TV now for our diplomats, for can communicate with the Ambazonian people then, and make the debate on behalf of Ambazonia. Alright? So Pobia, una don't really fail from the start. All that one the show say, una don't lose the war, and una be very desperate. So make a take una now, I go for that side for the great state of Bui. We don't hear say, they say for the great state of Bui, the forces them for that side, they don't carry some big action. I know say how many has the sweet now. When I want to know what happen. The forces for Bui, the Ambazonian fighters them for Bui, they carry a big action today for the state of Bui. And they kumkumize la République du Cameroun. They jam la République du Cameroun. I say, when I see the video, I saw my heart sweet. Ambazonians, una carry una eye, una chop Christmas.
That one has passed my target. One has passed my
una
target.
Una see am?
One has passed my target. Yes. I will make them that. The second one is a caterpillar, the head loader. That is him. He's coming down. He's getting.
This video when I watch am right now. Now a video of the forces for that side for the great state of Bui, where they launch an ambush and they put that thing in a popcorn where they make boom with the chakara moka. So they don't set the trap for Kelebe, and they wait them make the camp. They wait them make the camp. When I watch them, when I had go over sweet for waiting these boys they don't do them for Kelebe today.
One has passed my target. One has passed my target. One has passed my target. Yes. I will make them that. The second one, I will make them that. One has passed my target. One has passed my target. One has passed my target. Yes. I will make them that. The second one is a caterpillar, the head loader. That is him. He's coming down. He's getting to my target. He is 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 getting to my target. Let's pick the last one. He's getting to my target. Action group boy. Action group boy. We blew. Getting to my target. Let's pick the last one. He's getting to my target. Action group boy. Action group boy. We blew. Action group boy. Action group boy. We blew. Action group boy. Action group boy. We blew.
Ambazonians, una don't carry on una self na see am. Una see the work where they fighters them for the great state of Bui. Una see how they don't kumkumize la République du Cameroun, one of their armor carden, that they are truck. They scatter them into pieces. They scatter them into dust. They chakaram. Now the power of block by block this. Now the power that we were forces. We never really know. They talk say they be the action group forces for we. We want to thank the action group forces for we. We never hear that name. Now the first time this. We want to thank them. Say they kumkumize la République du Cameroun. They kumkumize them. When they see every day, our forces, they jam la République du Cameroun. That's why they no go ever control the Ambazonian people anymore. Any place where they pass, na danger for all over Ambazonia. And now the strategy this for stretch them and make them any place where they for Ambazonia. That's why their food they shake and they feel like say they piece of their draws. Because truly the strategy it make them any place where they for the territory of Ambazonia. Na hell. Because they don't know when boom it go take place. They don't know when they go take them down. You know if you fight a people inside their own country. America they try them. They don't lost all the war them. They don't lost some. The former American US ambassador for America for will be there for Yaoundé. He hold the colonial president in the ear. He twist am. He say, Oga Pobia, you go lost this war. You go be humiliated. They go defeat you. You not fit win a people that fight a guerrilla warfare. You not fit. No matter how many army, an aeroplane, an ammo car you get them, you not fit fight that people them. You go lost this war. Every day, we dey compromise them. Every day, we dey jam them. Now the tenacity of the Ambazonian people and that. Now how far we don't come so just for 3 years. Just within 3 years, the boys they don't learn how to make chemical. For connect one or two things and together. And then create action. With the Somaso Amoka. Within 3 years, fighters. Where some of them even school, they never even go. They don't become now electrical engineers, chemical engineers. They don't make things them. When no man not be dream, say if it be possible before. Just only within 3 years. Now the power of Ambazonia innovation that. All these things will be possible because of the commitment of our people. Now because our people they be determined for defeat la République du Cameroun. And we see the results every single day. So no matter place where you day, adopt that same attitude. For develop the technologies, the means, for make sure say la République they not get a moment of peace for Ambazonia. Any place where they day, na hell. Ambazonia na a land of no return for any colonial administrator, any army, any bee, any police, any gendarme. Whether they dinner for market or they did dinner for restaurant. Whether they dinner for their own army camp, or for their bee camp, or for their police station, or for their gendarme station. Whether they go shidon for some place that they keep guard. There is no safe place for any of them for Ambazonia until the last one pack out. Until the last one pack out. We must make them feel the fire every day, anywhere, until the last one, he run Amazonia. So we thank our forces them plenty for the great work. We thank our forces them plenty. And we thank all the people them where they make the commitment for homeland. We thank all man. All those things will not be possible if a new generation not be rise up for defy the logic and for show what people way to be possible. Will be the generation where they make the impossible possible. Will be the miracle generation. Now the generation of innovation. We take nothing, we make something. From a no people to a somebody today. No man no be no we. The international community no be no who be Amazonians. Today, to the highest places of the world, it is sing the name Amazonia. Because we don't rise up for show la République du Cameroon something. We go teach them the lessons of their life so that for the coming generation, they will ever remember which Amazonia they do them. All right? We'll be a proud people. We'll do great work. We'll be a people the way God don't ordain this generation. Say now we hold the key for the freedom of not only this generation, but for future generations. So for all our forces them, we now continue with that level of courage. We now continue with that level of bravery. We'll continuously call for all una for work together. We now collaborate. We now show that brotherliness. We'll get a common enemy. And now for end the occupation of Cameroon. Any fighter who is there for your left, now you protect of that. The fighter who is there for your right, now you protect of that. You go after the fighter for your left. If some person give you bad advice, make you go after the other group who is there for your left. You expose yourself to the enemy. The presence of other blocks now provide you security. You compromise their security, you don't make yourself to become vulnerable to the enemy. We now learn for work together. No matter the differences, we call on commanders for resolve the differences between groups and get the groups for get one spirit. The flag come first. The nation come first. Group politics come last. The flag come first. The nation come first. The anthem come first. While people come first, group politics come last. Una be liberators. Una be the protectors of our people. Una be the defenders of our people. Now una be the hopes for the Amazonian people. So una get for lead by example. Una not live and make any politician intoxicate una. Una treat the communities with respect. Because when una live with the communities, with the communities in harmony, una feel safe. If una create chaos for community, una not treat mommy them fine, una not treat sister them fine, una not treat papa them fine, una not treat fellow brothers them fine, una not treat civilians them fine. Una go lost una security una get them. Una they do a great job. We'll be proud for all una. We dey enough for una. Una join the Ambazonia Defense Forces for work together. Dr. Ayaba promise as the leader for a war of independence. He don't promise say every fighter for ground zero, he go get the support we need. Every defense group for ground zero, regardless of your political affiliation, you fight for Ambazonia, and therefore you deserve the support of Ambazonia Defense Forces for the collective liberation of homeland. He don't promise for arm all the groups and for ground. The ADF go help all una for provide better training, better code of conduct, better leadership, better structures for una various groups. Not be saying una can't join ADF. But I say una maintain una uniqueness, una maintain una name, una maintain una style, but all we go work and collaborate together for stabilize ground zero so that we get better support. Make all we end Cameroon occupation of our land. Make all we work together. Make all we end Cameroon occupation of our land. And give our people them the hope they deserve. And help the political leaders for put in place a transition authority. When I go be responsible for create constitution, for create electoral code, and make the ground maybe ready for elections. At the end, all these groups, no matter which group is the supporter, all these groups, they will become the political parties for Ambazonia. So no man need to fight. The ADF, they need to fight now for go make Dr. Ayaba president for Ambazonia. They need to fight now for go make AGOVC government for Ambazonia. It no go happen. So if you fight for some other group, you fight under some other group, me not think so you fight now for go make that group government for Ambazonia. It no go happen. May some man not lie you. You fight now for the liberation of Ambazonia. Ambazonians leaders, they go come together, they determine the nature of the transition authority, and then select the people that will lead the transition authority. We go do them now all we. This fight now for our people then. So may no man not lie you say some person will come out for diaspora can't be president of Ambazonia. Some person go just come out, they go put it for say be president. It no go happen. We no go create a Jama country. We go create a country we go be based now by the rules and the laws where the Ambazonia people establish. Ambazonia no will become la Republic. We no go duplicate la Republic for Ambazonia. Any man go any place in front of the Ambazonian people them. Any man we want to be president for Ambazonia, he go follow the process where they establish them. And that the Ambazonian people go choose them. Ambazonian people go choose their prime minister through the parliament. I beg, when I give me a moment, make a check with they like say they don't send me plenty message now. Okay. Now give me a moment here. We here say the big man for defense. He gets until we want to talk for the Ambazonian people then. So now give you a moment, we'll bring in through a call. I'll just give you a moment, please. The Oga for Defense, big man for ADF, the Defense Chairman for the War Council. You see, it gets until we want to talk, and it be very important. So when I just give me a moment, make I set them up. We try for set you up for make sure you get a good call. Things they get something be very urgent. This one that they call we right in the middle of. I mean, it be very very urgent. Okay.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, PS.
How you doing?
Just hoping that you are not getting an echo from me.
I think the line is not really clear. So just hold on. Let's see if we can hear you clearly. Are you still there, sir? Hello?
I am here. Are you getting me clearly now?
All right, sir. We can hear you clearly. You seem as if you have something important to say to the Amazonian people.
Well, good evening. I just came out of an emergency briefing of the War Council.
Okay, sir.
Yes, and I just since you were online, I just thought to pass on a little briefing to our people.
All right, sir. Let me
Before before I do that, let me just take this opportunity to send my thanks and appreciation and that of the War Council to our forces who are facing a brutal terrorist alien force in our land and are the ones that are standing between this without any culture, any rule of law, any humanity, and our unprotected people. So let me thank every single member of the Amazonian Defense Forces. We thank you, we appreciate you, and your sacrifices can never be repaid. But know that a grateful nation stands behind you, and that for future generations of our people, they would look at you as the best that this land ever produced. So that is just a little message that I wanted to pass to our forces. For our people, the defense of our land is strong. And as we go stronger and we reach our goals and we make significant moves, their desperation matches our successes. And so I know there has been a lot of unease with some of the situations and developments that have been happening within our communities. And it is not far-fetched to try to connect the dots and see very clearly a pattern emerging. I wanted to come here and tell you, don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Because whenever you start making significant moves that will change the course of the struggle and our freedom, the enemy throws distraction, and we start rushing after those distractions and forget our purpose. The killing of our kids in a classroom, the undressing of them and their humiliation in front of the world. Actions designed to tap into the emotions, our emotions, and those of the international community are all designed by a desperate actor who knows that they are losing the plot. So if there is one thing Ambazonians should take comfort in after my briefing today within the War Council, we have seen it and we see it very clearly. We are not distracted, not one bit. We are instead encouraged, absolutely encouraged, that what we are doing is working, and we are making them chasing their tail, rubbing mud into their face, thinking that they are rubbing in ours. So keep calm, be focused. We have this. We will surprise them by our steadfastness, our sticking to our task, and our uncompromising attitude about our freedom. I know that this situation is designed to give their enablers, both within our land and in the diaspora, and foreign enablers, the opportunity to try to cast them, La République, as a savior. They will not succeed. And this is why. There are not 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 tiers of life, levels of life of Ambazonia. We have the same life, one life. There is none that is a lot more precious than the other. So the murder of children in cold blood is not different from the murder of young men in cold blood. They are all Ambazonians. And it is the height of hypocrisy for anybody to see young Ambazonian men and women butchered in the youth of their lives, lying in the village squares or at road junctions. And those lives don't matter. Or they matter less than Ambazonian kids butchered in their classrooms. Whether in the classrooms, in the village, or the bushes, these are kids with mothers. Their mothers cry. They are dead. We miss them in equal measure. So let the international community, in their non-reaction, in the burning down and the massacre of villages, try to run behind the butcher of our kids in school and use that. Let the enablers not enable the raising down of hundreds of our villages, the genocide against our people, and then feel that they can cover that by trying to use the murder by the regime in Yaoundé of our young men and women. It will not work. All of the lives of Ambazonia matter. The genocide that have been occurring in our land matter. No life in Ambazonia is more precious than the other. So the tens of thousands of lives that La République has butchered in our land distinction. None. They are a genocidal alien force that we will battle. We will battle to the last man. And so, let me be clear on one very important issue. There is absolutely no ambiguity about who an enabler is. None. You are an enabler. You enable Cameroon's continuous occupation in our land. You stand for the right of La République du Cameroon to have governance over our land. You stand for what they represent. You stand for the burning of our villages, the cold-blooded murder of our kids in classrooms, the butchering of our young men in the streets and the villages. You stand for all that. And for that, the crime is death. The punishment is death. An enabler caught standing with La République du Cameroon, adhering to their rule, a rule that can only be imposed by the murder and butchering of our people. The punishment is death. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. No. So I'm sorry, comrade, for coming up and taking up over your show.
Sir, thank you very much for the statement to our people. It's much needed. We appreciate you and the War Council for all that you do in planning the defense and keeping the defense of our homeland very strong. Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're most welcome, sir. Fellow Ambazonians, that one are the defense chairman for Ambazonia Defense Forces. Now be the chairman for Ambazonia War Council. Now Oga Benedikwa. Now you don't can talk with the War Council. You don't conclude them about what did happen for Ground Zero. La Republic, they are corny, their tactics them. We will kill picking, do all kinds of them, and then start for go around, use them for propaganda. So now way the War Council don't talk. They will put out a statement. We would put them for all for year. So one time kuna plenty. So when I take the time for joining me for today. Tomorrow again for exactly 8 o'clock for evening time. Every day, Monday through Friday, for exactly 8 o'clock. Now the time that way I can't give una updates of what did happen for Ground Zero, what did happen for the international community, what did happen within Ambazonia War of Independence. Every 8 o'clock, at the time that if a briefing day from the Executive Office or Governing Council of Ambazonia, I go bring up for una. Any news we relate to a war of independence, any better thing will happen, we go affect we positively or negatively, we can share them. Now also time for we for inspire our people, encourage our people, praise our forces. So every 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday, I go see you now. If we get show for weekend, we will talk. Tomorrow, me and the leader of our War of Independence will go come. The leader go, I will join the leader. For the leader will talk to our people then for Ground Zero tomorrow. Tomorrow now all about the Ground Zero strategy, the strategy for liberate Ground Zero. So direct tomorrow, the leader will talk for the Ambazonian people for 7. I think it will be at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. We'll put that information for outside. I go join the leader for can talk for make the leader talk with the Ambazonian people, tell ground zero wetin be strategy. Wetin be that strategy we don't put am for defeat la Republic of Cameroon. So tomorrow it will be about make ground zero understand the strategy of our liberation. So that make all man get them for your hand. Make all man get them for your head. For know why would you win Cameroon and what will be the strategy when I would use them. So that no man would be confused when Usa would day, what did happen, what need to happen. Tomorrow, when I go here for the master strategist himself, Dr. Ayabacho, when I the leader for War of Independence. Now he be the master strategy for how for finish La République du Cameroon, both on the ground and for diplomacy. So tomorrow, the leader, he go to talk directly to our mommy them, our papa them, our brothers them, our sister them, our forces them. He go to talk tomorrow. We go to talk for all una tomorrow. Make a living for day. Una stay fine. May God bless una. As always, we love una plenty and may God keep una safe. May He keep una very strong. Our freedom, it come. As we don't make this decision, there is no turning back. Ambazonia, it don't rise. Never to fall anymore. Una good night.